boys that we had came to us with a huge black bag, and all of his stuff was just stained and stretched, and when you gave him socks, he was like, I've never had new socks, they all had holes in them. And then you gave him a backpack and some like body wash that was like scented manly, and he thought he was like King Tut. So anyway, I don't know if you remember that, but Brendan was his name.
Okay.
I've had a couple kids, so you were awesome. We came in and they just got to shop, and so firsthand I can tell you this is how awesome it is. So yeah, you impacted him huge. So
Thank you for that.
yeah.
These guys need to
I'm such
hear
a
it
critic.
too. Because they're on the front lines too. They don't always
Yeah.
hear the stories afterwards.
So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you bet. Sorry.
Thank you for sharing that, Ivy. That's perfect.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yes. What are, I'm thinking, what are some of the ages that you're seeing? What are some of the circumstances that you're seeing these kids?
Yeah, so the age range is anywhere from newborn to 18. In the state of Nebraska, our kids don't age out of foster care until their 19th birthday. And while we would love to be able to expand to help those kiddos who are aging out, because quite frankly, a lot of them get dropped off at the mission on their 19th birthday. That's their welcome to adulthood. And we just don't have the capacity. We tried for a while, and it just, we don't personally have the capacity as an organization to continue to support them. So we try to help guide and direct them through the resources we know are available to them. On average, I would say our kids range between age 8 and 13. And there's a million ways that kids can come into care, whether it's through abuse, whether it's through neglect. We have kids out on the street. So there's all kinds of ways that they end up in the foster care system. Yes, sorry, I saw you raise your hand.
How many children in a year do you typically serve?
So last year we served over 1,300 kids. And that was a 300 increase from the year before. So, and we are right on pace to serve that many. And we're just, our year started October 1st, so we have a long ways to go yet. But, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
When it comes to just the new clothing itself, is it your preference to have cash donations that you can then go purchase things, or do you accept new clothing?
So it's both. I will tell you, we prefer the financial gift because we use wholesale vendors. That's how we're able to keep the cost down. So as I mentioned, it's 5 tops and bottoms, 7 pairs of socks and underwear, a pair of shoes, and a seasonal jacket. And on average, that costs us about $125 per kid. So, because we're able to use those wholesale vendors. So that's always our preference, but we also know that for some people, they want to know that they did something, that this was the shirt I bought. This was the pair of shoes I bought for a kiddo. And those are just as impactful. So, yes ma'am.
So I see on your site you like personal hygiene products and stuff. Are you looking for travel size, full size?
We ask for it to be full size, and the reason behind that, again, there's always reasons, right? When we send somebody with a trial size, that speaks to them temporary. You're not going to be here very long. And we never want to be about that. Right now, during this season, for any of you who would be so inclined, we really try to provide Bath and Body Works sets to our girls, and the Axe body sets, that's probably what you're going to got. Axe body sets to our...
I think you got a body spray too.
Yeah, we try to do this sets.
We had to have some lessons on how much that. And then you would say, Mom, do I smell so good?
Yeah, buddy.
From the neighbor's house. You smell great. I have had 2 teenage boys. So yes. Well, I've actually had 4, but Axe wasn't around in the older time. I saw a hand. Who did I see? Yes, ma'am.
How do you work? Do you work with volunteers, people to come help, or how does that
So it's a
work?
mixture.
Okay.
All of the team members here are paid staff. Most of them are part-time. We do use volunteers, much to what Christina was talking about earlier. We've grown to a point where we really need more skilled volunteers because we don't do a lot of used clothing. So it's, in the early days when it was used clothing, having 1 million volunteers who did nothing but look at the clothes was great. But we're not there anymore, so we, just so you know how serious we are about what we do and making sure that we are good stewards of what we've been entrusted with. We have an inventory system where we inventory everything that we buy and how it comes in, and then we also inventory everything that goes out. So we know what a kiddo walks out the door with. And that's really important. One, it lets us know that our kiddo got everything that they qualify for, but it also stops abuse of the system. Sometimes what you'll find, and I don't know about Mosaic, but sometimes what you'll find is that there's ways that nonprofits get abused, right? And then they don't stay nonprofit very long. And so what we want to be about is sustainability. We want to be here long after I'm not here anymore. Because there's going to be foster care long after I'm not here anymore. And we want to be about making sure that we're leaving behind a solid foundation for those kids who will yet be coming through.
You say skilled volunteers, what do you mean by that?
Well, Tim would be able to answer that question more. He's the one who really kind of handles our volunteers, but it could be like, so for example with Christina, it was bringing somebody in who knew how to market a little bit for us. I have 0 skills other than I have the experience of the foster care world. But I'm not a business person, I didn't go to college, so like I don't know what I'm doing. I tell my team often, every time we try something new, it's not just new to them, it's new to me. We will see how this goes. So as we grow, we want to become more solid in our foundation. It's finding those right people for those things that I may not even know what we need. Is that
Do
not
you
true?
have skills with QuickBooks or Square?
Square maybe.
love-
I think the QuickBooks thing has been solved.
I've never,
Everything's
you
mom
never
and
know.
Square.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the closet. So I wanted to talk for a minute about the future.